All right, this Monday we're going to continue with learning about waves, and today you're going to go to accelerated learning or STEM scopes, which is exactly what this is. So as you can see, I'm logged in as myself, so I'm viewing Corin's account, but this counts for both Corin and Joseph. And this is for, again, this is for Monday, and we have 3 assignments for you to do. And it's really based on us practicing some of the vocabulary words, understanding some of the ideas about waves that we've played with in the PhET simulations. So we've looked at 2 types of waves. We've looked at sound waves, and we've looked at a simple wave. Yeah, the textbook calls them transverse waves. So you've looked at simple transverse wave. That was the wave on a string. And you've looked at sound waves also, which are called longitudinal waves in the textbook. But there's a lot of concepts and ideas that we've played with using those PhET simulations. And this is just, these 3 assignments are activities for us to practice vocab. All right, so you'll click on each one. Let's do the this STEM Scopedia. Let's look at that one first. And so, and this is what it looks like. It walks you through situations, ideas like this, reflect, gives you information, and it wants you to basically go through this and choose the options here. Let's go to student view. That'll be a little better. Okay, this is a better view of the assignment for you. So for this task, this is the printable worksheet, but you can type into the computer. So when you're on STEM Scopes, you can type your answers into the STEM Scopes and turn it in STEM Scopes. No need to print anything. So I'm just looking at this for you just to help you kind of figure out what to do. So this gives a description of what frequency, amplitude, and wavelength are. So you read the story, and then it kind of reviews what these terms mean. And then the next task, what it wants you to do is look at the different parts of a wave. And for this one, it's a transverse wave, based on what the book calls a transverse wave, like the rope on a string. So the PhET simulation we did, the string on a rope, and waving using a rope. It wants you to look at area F, G, J, and H, and which are each of these letters talking about? Is each letter, which one is talking about amplitude, which letter is talking about wavelength, which letter is talking about trough, and then crest. And you put your answers right here for F, G, H, and J. And that's the first task in the worksheet, or the task on the website, the STEM Scopes. And then right here, it does more information. It reviews more information. It teaches you about low amplitude, high amplitude. It defines wavelength and frequency and how scientists measure wavelength and frequency. And following that, it wants you then to think about these 2 questions here. So think about your PhET activity where you had a string and a rope. So in PhET, you were able to make the rope have different wavelengths or different frequencies or different amplitudes. These 2 questions ask you to think about, based on your experiences, what do you have to do if you had this rope and you were trying to give it a higher amplitude, what would you do to this rope to make it have a higher amplitude or a lower amplitude? Just change it. And then secondly, based on your experiences, what would you have to do to change the wavelength or the frequency of this rope? Now at this time, if you're not sure what to write, go back to the PhET simulation, and just right here, PhET wave on a string, right? So if you're confused about how to do those things, just go back to this website, of course, and open her up. And then you can do loose end or fixed end and oscillate, right? And you can mess with amplitude and see what the wave does, or you can mess with frequency, see what it does. So to kind of remind yourself. And that's just if you need it, right? So again, if you want help trying to figure out how would I change the amplitude of this wave in this situation, or the wavelength, the frequency, use PhET, right? Use it to help you. Okay, and that's the first assignment. Good luck with that. All right. All right, the next assignment is picture vocabulary. And with picture vocabulary, you have different things you can do. You can go through these slides and review some of the terms, amplitude, frequency, but really what I want you to go to is these bottom words right here. I want you to learn these words, amplitude all the way through shock waves, and I have a special form that you can use. Let me show you right here. So I want you to, so after you watch the links, I want you to come up with your own definition for each of those words at the bottom of picture vocabulary. And it's, again, in your own words based on your memory from each video. So this is the worksheet for picture vocabulary, and you'll find that on Google Classroom. And this worksheet, you just give in your own words what you think each one of these words means, based purely on the video. So this is for amplitude. I just clicked on that, and you can see it's playing through, and it teaches you. So watch the video, and based on your best knowledge, you would then type in here in your own words, what do you think amplitude means? I think amplitude is blank, right? Go for it. And then when you're done, that assignment is assigned to me electronically, and I can grade it for you very easily, okay? All right, that's picture vocabulary. Simple enough. All right. Again, so each one of these has a video that you watch, and then you fill out that table for each vocab word. All right, but let's look at the final assignment and see what we got to do there. So the last one is called the concept review game, and it's interactive, and it's just a way to quiz yourself on the key terms and concepts. So I want you to click just on this one, key terms and concepts, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 total questions. So 10 things to answer. So all of the activities for Monday can go fairly quickly for you if you're trying. So you should be able to finish all 3 of these tasks in one period, and it's helping you quiz yourself on these ideas. And the first one is, the wave is constrained to move along a line instead of moving in other space. So based on this statement, which word is it talking about? Wavelength, repeated pattern, amplitude, or simple wave? You'll click one of those, and then you'll just move ahead in the simulation, right? You just click forward. And each question you go through will fill in the bubble, right? Simple as that. And then you just get through all 10, and it'll give you a chance to really kind of decide how well do I know the vocab. So a lot of today is just based on practicing vocab and trying to understand the language and using it. All right. And that's pretty much it. All right, good luck. And that's the final thing for today. So it's just these 3 activities. STEMscopedia, that was the first thing we did. Picture vocabulary, and the concept review game was the final thing we showed, right? STEMscopedia can be filled out on the website. The concept review game is completed on this website. Picture vocabulary, I created a worksheet for you, and it's available on Google Classroom. So you just click on it and you fill out the table. And again, the table, that document is right here. And there's a copy for each student, each of you. And simple as that. And then you're done for the day. If you need help getting to STEMscope, just ask Corin. Corin can help you. But you basically use your username, same as Google Classroom. You use your username to log in, and then you use your password. And if you can log into your computer, you already have the information you need to log into STEMscopes. Once you're there, Corin can help you. So Joseph, if you have any questions, Corin's responsibility is to give you a hand. He knows how to get here, and he knows how to find the assignments and help you, okay? All right, good luck, folks.